Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Let me share this out and get everything started. Bum, 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 bum. Happy Wednesday, y'all. What's going on? Hope you're having a great week. And what's the other one? Okay. All right, we are all posted in our groups. Let me go to Instagram and get started. Hey, hi y'all. I'm putting in my title on Instagram. Betty Ford is. How y'all doing? How you doing? Pin comment. Okay. We are all pinned. Hey guys. Happy Wednesday. We are back at it. It's only 8:01. All right, we are getting started in about 4 minutes. I'm going to give you guys some time to get in, let people know that I'm on. Hi, Maisha K. How are you? Happy Wednesday. We've got 3 stories tonight for you guys. Because yesterday we got through 4 stories, but they were pretty short. So we got 3 stories tonight. We got a story about coffee in Chicago, a rehab center, and if any of you guys are K-pop fans, I've got a story for you. If you're a fan of K-pop, give me a K while we wait for 8:05. We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Oh, you're so sweet, Maisha. Thank you for the hearts. I feel loved. Yes. We're gonna get started in a couple minutes. What I want to let you know. Yes. So Logos 101, the video series. I'm in the process of editing right now, but you can pre-order it. It's going to be released on February 12th. As well, what else is happening? Business Startup Basics is still available for those of you who are still, if you're committed to getting that business started in 2020, Business Startup Basics is going to really position you for success. So pick that up. Let me see what's been going on with me. I had a doctor's appointment today, a follow-up for my finger. If you guys remember, I had surgery on my finger a few months ago. So I had my last follow-up appointment today. Everything is great. Life is good. So what's going on with you guys? Tell me some positive news about you. What's going good in your lives? No, why did I do that? No. I'm so silly. Come on, man. All right. So I'm getting our recording device ready. If you remember, if you know anybody who can't necessarily watch the live show, but they can listen to it, I put the recordings up on my podcast. All right. So we're getting started in less than a minute, guys. Hi, Ruby Lee 000. How you doing? Ooh. We're getting started very soon. At 8:05, I need you to share this out to your peoples, okay? Hi, it's Miss Lacey. All right, it is 8:05, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to share this out. I'm going to start the recording, and we are going to get this show popping. All right. Okay, welcome. Thank you for the hearts, Miss Lacey. Welcome. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to NPL Legal Dish. Ooh, we are in the middle of the week. We are almost at the weekend. Welcome to my Monday through Thursday live broadcast where I teach business concepts using pop culture and celebrity news. Who am I? Who's this lady on the internet talking to y'all? I'm Natalie Pierre-Lewis. I'm the owner and operator of NPL Consulting LLC, a business formation firm. What that means is I help people like yourself get your business paperwork together. So if you need help registering your business with the state, getting EIN numbers, DUNS numbers, operating agreements, contracts, hiring employees properly, brand protection, I help you guys handle all of that. Why am I qualified to help you? So happy yes. I'm a licensed attorney, have been one for 14 years and counting. I've had many careers in the realms of entrepreneurship, the law, education, hospitality, and administrative support. I've helped multiple people and myself start multiple businesses, both online and offline. And most important, I'm very passionate about making business and legal education as accessible to everyone as possible. Not everybody, hi, just me, Nellie. Not everybody has the time, the money, or the desire to go to business school or to law school. But so many of you have amazing business ideas. And if you're going to be successful in business, there's just some concepts that you need to know. Oh, thank you, Miss Lacey. There's no way around it. So that's why I'm here. If you would like to see how we can work together to get your dream business off the ground, or if you are in need of a revamp for your business, if you started off kind of shaky and you're ready to move past, a Cash App account and a social media page, you can go to linktr.ee/NPL Consulting Firm and hi, just me, Nellie, and you can book a free 15-minute consultation. As well, you can download my free business launch cheat sheet that will help you get your dream business started in 7 days or less. If you're ready for something a little bit more advanced, you might want to pick up my business startup basics video training. It takes you through all the steps that you need to make your business legitimate, and that is on sale for $59 if you go to linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. All right. So now that I have shilled my wares, now we're going on to the show. I think we have pretty much everybody here is a regular, but just in case someone's rewatching and they don't know what's happening, the way that this works is I pull stories from the news, stories from pop culture, celebrities, stories that I think are interesting, or stories that you guys send to me. Yes, you can send me stories. And I find ones that I feel like they have business concepts that we can use, and we talk about them. So this is a discussion between us. Hi, Agayo. I can never pronounce your name. I'm sorry. But hi. Yes. So I'm going to need just feedback from you guys as we go over these stories, okay? All right. So now that we have gone over the ground rules, I want to see a couple of readies in the comments to make sure that, everybody is on the same page with me. I need to see at least one ready. At least one. Let me see some readies. We got 3 stories tonight, and I think we've got enough time to get through them pretty thoroughly. Ooh. I can't get a ready from y'all. I need to see at least one ready. All right. We can't leave the people in podcast land waiting. Thank you. It's Miss Lacey. I appreciate you, doll. All right. So let's get going. Thank you, Just Me, Nelly. So the first story for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, do I have any coffee lovers in the house? If you like coffee, give me a coffee emoji, a coffee cup, whatever. I'm not a regular drinker of coffee. Like I'll drink coffee at work because it's there, but on my own, I'm not a coffee drinker. But my coffee brand of choice is Cafe Bustelo. Grew up with it. It's the best. So if you are a coffee lover, give me a coffee emoji. Okay? Y'all don't like coffee? Okay, that's cool. Not everybody likes coffee. Caffeine isn't for everybody. Anyway, so, hi, Rick T737. All right. So even if you don't like coffee, this is still an interesting case. So there is a guy named Luke Schneider. He is based out of Rockford, Illinois, and he used to be a volunteer firefighter. You've never had coffee? It's Miss Lacey? How have you never had coffee? Wow, that's so interesting. Um, okay, so there's this guy, Luke Schneider, and he used to be a volunteer firefighter. But and he went, he didn't do that forever. He's out doing other things, and he decided he wanted to start a coffee line. So he came up with his own line of coffee called Fire Department Coffee. And I actually posted a picture of the logo in my stories yesterday, but I forgot to post the results today. And I asked in the stories if people thought it was too close for comfort. And pretty much everybody, I think 93% of the respondents said that they thought it was too close for comfort. So basically, Luke Schneider took the Chicago fire department logo and changed the colors a little bit and used it and use it for his coffee line. Miss Lacey said maybe I'll start a hot chocolate line. Ooh, girl, I love hot chocolate. So City of Chicago, when they found out that Luke Schneider had this fire department coffee coming out, and the logo looked very, very similar to Chicago's actual fire department logo, they, of course, were very concerned, and they sent a cease and desist. They were like, hey, this is our logo. But Luke Schneider has said that, look, we have followed all the legal channels. We did our research beforehand to make sure we weren't infringing. And on top of that, the style of the font, the style of the logo that the City of Chicago uses and that Luke Schneider is using on his coffee, he says that it is a style that is used nationwide by fire departments. So it's not something that the City of Chicago has a trademark on. It's not something that, they developed. It's something that is, very common in the industry. So Luke Schneider is saying, you didn't come up with this style, so you don't own it. And I did my research, and I am perfectly well within my rights to, to have this symbol to represent my coffee. It's his kind of love letter to Chicago and to being a firefighter. So my question to you is, do you think that this guy who makes coffee should have to change the logo on his coffee? Because the logo that he's using on the coffee, according to the City of Chicago, is the same as the logo for the City of Chicago Fire Department, and they feel like they're going to be associated with the coffee, which they are not. Hi, Kendra, keep it classy. Now, remember, they're in two different areas. Luke Schneider makes coffee. The fire department, they are a public service. So they're in two different industries, right? Hi, she is fat. So do you think that Luke Schneider should have to change his logo? Because the City of Chicago is concerned that people might think that this coffee is associated with Chicago because they're using the same letters and pretty much the same style, but they have changed the colors up. So what do you think? It's Miss Lacey said, not at all, especially since he's done his research. And I mean, that's what it comes down to. If you have gotten to the point, if you've hired counsel or you've done your own research to the best of your ability to make sure that you are not infringing on anybody's mark or to make sure that something is fair use, nobody can really say anything. They might have, a side eye every now and then, but if he did his research and he knows he's within his bounds, City of Chicago can't really do anything. So we will keep up with that. Hopefully there is an update, and we will find out what happens with fire department coffee. So guys, if you have anybody who is based out in Chicago, ask them if they have seen a brand of coffee called Fire Department Coffee, and ask them to take a picture of it and send it to me, okay? All right, so we are going to move on to our next story, okay? Has anybody in the audience ever heard of the Betty Ford Clinic? Betty Ford Clinic. If you have heard of the Betty Ford Clinic, give me the initials BF in the comments. Betty Ford Clinic. And if you don't know what the Betty Ford Clinic is, the Betty Ford Clinic is a very famous substance abuse rehab center. It was started like way back in like I want to say the 50s or 60s. I don't know. It's a very old rehab center. You know what the Betty Ford Clinic is, Miss Lacey? Okay, cool. Um, so Betty Ford Clinic, they have a location based out in Minnesota as well as California. Okay, and a German company, a German rehab center that was very interested in the Betty Ford method. They you heard about it on the show Intervention? Okay. So this German company came to the Betty Ford Clinic over the past 8 years. They have their own rehab center out in Germany. And they came to the Betty Ford Clinic and they were like, hey, we really like your methods and we would like to get naming rights for our rehab center out in Germany. We would like to also call it Betty Ford Clinic. Now, the Betty Ford said no, and they said no, we're not giving out naming rights, and the German company supposedly agreed to find a different name. However, they did not do that. What did the German company do? So Betty Ford Clinic, the word clinic is spelled C-L-I-N-I-C. The German company named their rehab center Betty Ford Clinic, but spelled it K-L-I-N-I-K. Okay? On top of that, they advertise that their therapy concepts are based on those used at the Betty Ford Center in California, USA. They use the same color scheme. And they also say that they have 40 years experience with proven Betty Ford therapy. So they are basically riding the coattails of the Betty Ford Clinic, even though Betty Ford specifically said, hi, Shiami Green? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. So even though Betty Ford said don't use our name, they used it anyway, changed the spelling a little bit, and used their name in their advertising. They were basically saying, hey, we're doing the same thing that the Betty Ford Clinic out in California is doing. Now, this rehab center is in Germany. Betty Ford Clinic is in the United States, so they have all their trademarks. Hi, cocaine, fine. Okay, I'm not going to say that. So Betty Ford Clinic has, the original one is in the United States. This copycat is in Germany. And Betty Ford's, for all intents and purposes, we're going to assume that all of their trademarks and copyrights and things are in the United States, right? But even though this rehab center is in Germany, there are treaties that allow you to extend your trademarks outside of your country of origin. There are several treaties. I can't name them off the top of my head right now, but just because you're not in the same country where someone's trademark is filed doesn't mean that you can just jack their name. So Betty Ford Clinic in the United States is in a battle with the German Betty Ford Clinic because they're using their name and reputation without permission. Now, if this were the United States, it would be cut and dry. You could go to the court and get it done. But this is probably going to be a long, complicated process because not only do you have to deal with United States laws, you have to deal with German laws. You have to find corresponding laws and things like that. Look up treaties, things like that. It's gonna be a little bit of work, but yeah, so wow, okay, y'all are mad. Just Me Nelly said that's wrong. It's Miss Lacey said that's ridiculous. Yeah, so can you imagine okay, so my name is Natalie Pierre Lewis. Let's say I started, I don't know, some type of public service center and I call it the Natalie Pierre Lewis Center. And then somebody from, hi Miss Sam I Am, and then somebody else from another country just comes and takes my company name and puts it on theirs in another country. No, I don't care if you're not in the same country as me. That's still my name. That's still my reputation. On top of the fact you're using my name in your advertisements, you're saying that you're using my methods. You're basically saying that you are an offshoot of the Betty Ford Clinic in the United States, which you are not. They specifically said, keep our name out your mouth, please. So we will see what happens with the Betty Ford Clinic, and hopefully this gets straightened away. So what do you, like, okay, so obviously you guys are outraged about that, right? But why do you think the Betty Ford Clinic in the United States might not have wanted the German company to name their clinic after theirs? Why do you think they weren't inclined to license out the name? Bad connection. Okay, that's cool. Well, for those of you who can hear, why do you think the Betty Ford Clinic in the United States didn't want the German clinic to use the name Betty Ford? Because they came and they asked permission. It wasn't like they just did it willy-nilly. They did come and ask permission beforehand, before they started using it without permission. So why do you think they didn't want to allow them to use the name? Okay, I'm going to give y'all like 3 more seconds because I don't want to leave the people in podcast land hanging. I don't have any guesses as to why they didn't want them to use the name. My only possible guess is pride. They're just like, we built this from the ground up and we don't want anybody else using it. So we'll wait and see what happens with the Betty Ford Clinic. All right, so we are coming upon our last story. I think we might end a little bit early tonight. And before we do that, I want to remind you guys that you can pick up Logos 101, the video series. It is available for pre-order right now. If you go to the link in my bio, linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. If you have been here over the last 4 Mondays, or if you have not, Martine Mango from Seedbox Digital has been giving us the ins and outs of logos and branding. She taught us the 7 different types of logos, how to choose the right one based on your business, color, how to choose the appropriate colors, the right fonts, what you need to know when you're working with a brand designer. This was an amazing series, and if you are needing a rebrand and you don't necessarily have the funds to hire a designer outright, this is a great primer for you to kind of get your ideas together to making, to rebranding or coming up with your very first logo. So you might want to pick that up. Linktree/NPL Consulting Firm. Okay? All right. So we are moving on to our last story. Do I have any K-pop fans in the house? And when I say K-pop, I mean Korean pop music. I feel like the kids, that's more of a younger generation thing. My friend's son, he is obsessed with K-pop. If you are a K-pop fan, give me a K in the comments. And if you have heard of the band BTS, the K-pop band BTS, give me a B in the comments. So if you're a K-pop fan, give me a K. And if you know the K-pop band BTS, give me a B. Facebook is so quiet tonight. Where y'all at? We were doing well, Facebook. What happened? All right. So, if you don't know who BTS is, again, they are a Korean pop group. I think it's like 5 or 6 young men. These groups always have like a bunch of people in them, and they're very popular. I actually, so I have Roku, and I remember one day I came home and I turned on my Roku to the CW app, and they were saying, oh, we're going to be streaming a live BTS performance tonight. So BTS, they out here, right? BTS has been out since about 2013. And again, they're a global phenomenon. They out here. There is a company in Korea that in 2015 named their makeup BTS Cosmetics. And they had their trademark canceled because the band BTS was like, hey, you're infringing on our mark. Like, we're BTS. Everybody knows our name. And for you to put BTS on your makeup, people are going to associate it with our band. Because, bands are all about merchandise now. That's how they make their money. Do you know what this company said? This company said, yes, we named our makeup line BTS, but it's not the same letters as BTS, the band. Our BTS stands for back to 16, meaning that their makeup makes you, it rejuvenates your skin and makes you look younger. And the Korean trademark board was like, ma'am, please. and they canceled their trademark. So I picked this case because trademark laws, they are everywhere. They're in every country. Everybody wants to own their name. So BTS, they're doing their thing out in Korea. They're doing their thing all over the world. So they need to secure their name. You can't just put their name on things. It would be like taking Ariana Grande's name and putting it on a makeup line without her permission. You cannot do that. Or taking, I don't know, give me a band name, City Girls, and putting it on some makeups. I like City Girls, y'all. I know they're ratchet, but I love City Girls. So anyway, congratulations to BTS, the band, against BTS Cosmetics, because BTS Cosmetics was trying to ride on the coattails of BTS's success. And the Korean trademark board said, you know what, y'all are wrong, so we're canceling your trademark. Congratulations, BTS. So those were the stories that I had for you guys tonight. Again, we're gonna end early tonight because apparently y'all are busy, but that's okay. Every night is not going to be a party, and I'm okay with that. I want to remind you again, if you are ready to start your dream business in 7 days or less, go download my free business launch cheat sheet at linktr.ee/nplconsultingfirm. You can also book a free 15-minute consultation there. What else did I want to let you guys know? I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be on 2 times. I'm going to be on at 7 p.m. with King Tax Services 18. We are going to be answering questions from her audience about business, as well as getting you ready for tax season 2020. And then I'll be on at 8 o'clock for the regular show, okay? So look out for that. I sent out an email notification. If you're on my email list, you'll get an email notification tomorrow that I'll be on. So that is what I'm going to leave you with tonight, because y'all are out here. I don't know. Maybe y'all are driving. Have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.